All right, CJ, your prompt is GPT. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
We covered this last week. I feel like we went into the AI talk. We don't need to do that again.
It's on everyone's mind.
We literally watched a whole movie where it didn't have a take on it. I don't know what my take's gonna be.
You must have something new to say.
No, it's been a whole weird.
No. Oh, come on. Hey, welcome to the Overtalking Podcast with your hosts, Ken and CJ. Say hi, CJ.
Hi, CJ.
This is the show where we talk over TV shows and movies, typically chosen by our guests, but guess what? It's just the boys again.
It's us. We're back.
Just the boys. We're back. Look, y'all know we're still watching a bunch of stuff, and I alluded to it last time we did one of these, that I have a lot more to get through. And since then, I have even more, so we're going to have to do another one soon, but maybe after September or whatever we're going to do.
Emily's punch up on that, by the way. I told her your idea of watching a month long of bad movies, which I'm very on board for. But she was like, just call it Shit-tember. Like, don't even try.
Yeah. As soon as you said punch up, I'm like, yeah, it should be Shit-tember, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I like what you were going for.
We can't put that in the title, though, can we? We're going to get removed from my iTunes.
I'm sure explicit stuff is on there. We have the little E icon that says explicit, right?
Yeah, for like every episode, even if we don't swear. But I think we swear almost every episode.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Hell yeah. I mean, fuck yeah.
That was actually a weird episode idea I had was a profanity-free episode where I would bleep all of them out.
Okay. That seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, well, I thought what would be fun, too, is I could try doing it live. So I'll just have the
sense of miss them all.
Yeah, try to catch them while we go through. I thought that could be fun.
Yeah, okay. I would like to hear you miss all of them. That would be very fun.
All right, we'll do that in the future. Next, what you've been watching, it'll be a censored episode.
The clean version. Yeah. Attempted clean version.
Okay, yeah. Ken, I just searched shit on Apple Podcasts, and so much stuff comes up.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you could say that on, like, cable television now, right? So it's probably not that bad.
No. There's so many shows where shit is in the title of the show.
Okay. All right, cool.
We're good.
September it is. All right.
Yeah. If you want to you could do like the $sign and then like a, pound sign at whatever, like make it censored. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Siege, you and me both use Plex.
That's right.
For a lot of our viewing pleasure. And you noticed earlier today that Plex has statistics on how many movies and shows and episodes you've watched on it since you joined.
Yeah.
So you had a great idea. Let's play a little game where we guess each other's total counts here. In what year did you join Plex?
2012.
2012. Okay, I was 2013, so we were right around the same time.
Really quick, I feel like your average person is going to have no idea what Plex is. It's a way to manage your media library, but it's also like Tubi where you can watch stuff for free on there if you want. They have those weird channels where it's just like, we just play the show Portlandia for 24/7. You can tune into that free stuff with ads and stuff.
Yeah, but primarily it's for if you have your own video files that you have on a hard drive or whatever, and you want to be able to view it on your TV from your computer or wherever you have these files. Plex makes it very, very easy to make that happen in a nice, user-friendly way.
Which, like, man, it's not even an ad for them, but that sounded great. They should pay us for that.
Dude, I've been thinking a lot about, like, what my next job would be if I were to start looking. And if my employer is listening, I'm not currently looking. I'm really not. But I was thinking about, like, if I wanted to, like, I would want to work someplace that, like, did something that I, like, actually cared about. Mm-hmm. Which, spoiler alert, CJ and I work for the same company. And I'm going to be honest, I really don't have, like, a strong passion for what our company does. I mean, it does good work, but like it's not.
You don't like having to take 10 minutes to explain what it is to anyone that asks? All right, well, okay, where do I start?
You know this industry? Okay, we'll cross it with this industry.
Yeah.
And then it does this one specific thing, but also it does like 50 other things too. And,
yeah, but we're tech, but also software, but we manage servers too.
Dear God. Anyway, one of the companies I was thinking like, it'd be cool to look if they had career opportunities for was Plex. Because I'm like, I really like Plex.
Yeah.
I'm sure they obviously have a web app. I could work on that. I don't know. It'd be kind of fun.
I'm with you. Occasionally I will hop on being like, I like playing this game. Are they hiring people? Can I go work at this like game company?
Can I just be a game tester?
Yeah.
Man, that's the life if they paid more than they probably do.
They definitely don't pay a lot. Yeah.
I'm sure they don't. That's why people just become Twitch streamers, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully you get sponsorships or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, getting back to our game. We got a fun game here.
Yeah.
We've both been on for the same amount of time, roughly, so this should be interesting to see the difference in our counts here. Do you want to guess mine first?
Yes.
Okay.
And here's the thing, knowing my number and that we joined roughly around the same time.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. Is like, I bet you, I'd be surprised if ours are very different. I bet you we're around ballpark the same, or that we watch movies. Even I'm speaking outside of the show. Obviously, we watch the same movies every week or whatever. But even outside of that, I know, obviously, you and I both watch a lot, I would say. More than the average person, you think?
I mean, we do have a whole podcast on it.
Yeah.
So, yes, I think so. Yeah.
I think even outside of that, I'm watching more movies than most people.
No, agreed. I was just looking at my letterbox for this episode, and I think I mentioned this on the last one, but like I watch almost a movie a night nowadays. Now, that's not...
Dang.
You know, that wasn't the case the entire time, right? But,
yeah.
You know, that lately that's been the case. Anyway. All right. So how many movies do you think I've watched on Plex since 2013?
608.
Wrong. As if you were going to get like the exact number right.
Damn it.
I don't know how to go from there, but like, do you want me to just tell you what the right answer is?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is surprising to me because it is so much lower than that, which makes me think that like my data got wiped out at some point or something, but it says 153 movies, which cannot be right. Now, here's the thing. I, for several years, paid for streaming services in addition to Plex. So
yeah,
I didn't always download everything and like almost exclusively watched on streaming services when I got a 4K TV because I wasn't downloading 4K movies and I didn't, and I wanted to watch the best quality, and, you know, various family members had different services. So really wasn't watching a lot of movies on here. What I did watch a lot of was shows. So I'm curious what yours are for this, but let's first stick to movies. I'm guessing yours is around the same of what you said then. So I'm going to guess you probably think I watch more than you is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go lower and say like 550 or something.
506.
Okay.
Which nice. I'm with you in that remembering of like, oh, right, I did used to watch a ton of just like Netflix. Like I wasn't watching stuff on Plex.
Yes.
But so then I was like, okay, even I'm just going to say I joined in 2012, but I'm going to say 12 years for the case of this. And so I did the math of like, well, then what does that equal? How many movies per week am I watching? And over the course of the 12 years, I'm watching 0.8 of a movie every single week.
Wow.
Which I think is more than the average person.
Yeah, no, definitely. I did that same calculation, and it doesn't matter because this is not accurate anyway. But on Plex, I watched a movie every month.
Okay.
So that's not right, but
yeah,
whatever.
Okay, how many? I'm gonna start with how many episodes of TV. Okay.
Now this is significant. So I'm gonna guess yours.
Okay.
First of all, and I'm gonna. We both watch a lot of TV as well.
Yeah.
So I am also gonna think it's near mine. I will say mine's in the thousands. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Getting the nod. 2,000.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
5,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I have a different number.
I have
than that.
5,500 episodes of television.
Wow.
Which I don't. That's the metric. The movies one, I was like, oh, that's cool to know. The TV one, I'm like, oof, I don't think I want to know that.
What do you think mine is?
Well, you guessed 2,000, but yeah, probably around 2,000, 2.5?
Yeah, 2.5, yeah. And 97 shows total.
237 shows.
Okay. Yeah, it's about double what I had, right? So that makes sense. Yeah, again, like, you know, I watched a lot on other streaming services, but I mean, it is still very high here.
Yeah.
Like, not like disproportionately larger than the movies, because like I watched a lot of used to watch a lot of stuff that like wasn't on streaming, like all the old challenge episodes or whatever that I would just binge and binge and binge. Now that is on Paramount Plus, which you should cancel your subscription for.
Yep.
But I haven't yet. I'm a hypocrite. I will probably not do that. Oh God. So much good stuff on there, but now I am downloading 4K stuff.
That's how big are those files? Does anyone care about this but me?
I'm sorry, legally acquiring these things that I also have physical media of.
How big are those legally acquired files of 4K?
Yeah. So
50 gigs?
For movies, they're anywhere from 10 to 20 gigs. Yeah.
That's even smaller than I thought. I thought it would more than that.
It's not too bad. Yeah, as long as you set in our downloading software, you can set like the max file size. So
in our legally acquiring software.
That's correct. You can set the max file size. So, I set mine to like 22 or something just in case it goes a little bit above that, and I want a good quality one. But yeah, it can go even higher than that. And then you can pull full Blu-ray acquirer.
That's like if you buy a Blu-ray movie, it's like 20 something gigs usually.
Yeah, more than that. It's like 50, I think.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's a lot of space.
There's a lot of space. Yeah. Are you're downloading 4K stuff now, right?
No.
Or no? No, still 1080p. I've seen you had a couple of 4K things though, I thought.
I think I've tried in the past, and with mixed results.
Okay.
And then I 4K is nice, but for me, just at home, I'm kind of like, do I really need to see the wrinkles on this person's face so clearly, or is 1080p fine? And I'm like, yeah, 1080 is usually pretty good.
I hear you. We both have very large televisions. I think I sit a little bit closer to mine than you do. So I like the better quality. I don't know. I like to see the wrinkles. And I like, what I really like is the Dolby Vision stuff that comes along with 4K things. And sometimes you can get that with 1080p.
Yep.
But more often than not, or at least in my experience, it's mainly been with the 4K stuff.
Chrome, I don't know if something changed, but I've noticed recently, like most Chromecast stuff, it automatically like flips into Dolby Vision. Okay.
That's cool. But I think that's also part of the reason why I was really wanting to watch on streaming for a long time. It was because all of that would come through. And it felt like you could always get the best possible quality through streaming, even if you were to download a compressed file. Because it is compressed. I mean, both are compressed to an extent, but it seems like maybe streaming's a little bit less.
Yeah. Do you watch anything on Prime Video ever?
Sometimes.
That's the one where it's the one app that you can't tell it what resolution to play back in. So, and I've looked it up, and it does the thing that most things do. It's like, well, based on your bandwidth, we've blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I have good internet. I know you can be playing this at increased resolution, but you're not letting me choose. And so sometimes it'll be cool, and sometimes it'll like downgrade. It's like, what the fuck is this?
It's because whatever AWS server that video stream is on is also allocating bandwidth to some company that's paying them money. And
bullshit.
I don't know what it is. Yeah. Anyway, this was fun. Yeah. I wanted to, and maybe we do this for next time, but I have consistently logged in Letterboxd since 2020. And I think I have like literally almost every single movie I've watched in there. So I'd be curious for us to compare how many. I don't know if you have done the same. Like, let me start there.
I try to, at least, in the past, I don't know, years or so. But I think, I would have to look into how to just get a like total count, because I thought that was something you needed like Letterboxd Pro for.
Hold on, I'm counting. Oh my God, there's so many. You can go to your diary page, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to count how many are on a single page.
Oh, and then per page.
There's like X number of pages.
Yeah, that's a good call.
It's a lot. It's like maybe 50.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to physically count these all right now. But anyway, next time we'll go through that.
Yeah. All right. And hey, speaking of Letterboxd, what you been watching?
Well, thank you for asking, CJ. So yeah, I alluded to last time that I am trying to group what I'm presenting here into kind of categories. And so both of these films are based out of different Asian countries. The first is a Korean film called The Wailing, directed by Na Hongjin. Have you heard of The Wailing?
I have not, but really quick, just because you brought up Korea, I want you to. I need validation that the K-pop Demon Hunters recommendation.
Yes. We have talked about this off air, but yes, K-pop Demon Hunters is excellent.
See,
I was listening to NPR today, and they had a whole segment about how two fictional groups are in the top 10 Billboard charts, and they're both K-pop Demon Hunter. Two different songs.
Hell yeah!
One from the Saja Boys and one from the Golden song from the main girls.
Is it the Soda Pop
that one's
one?
number 2. I think it's Your Idol is the.
Oh, okay.
The other one. Soda Pop.
We were playing the Soda Pop one in the car the other day.
Listen, I've told you this too, but like ever since Meg and I watched that, we have had that soundtrack on loop to the point where I put on Spotify's like radio feature, whatever, recently, and all it did was play that again. It's like, oh, you clearly only listen to this. Okay.
Yeah, we know what you like.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, go check that out. It's huge. Listeners at this point probably have heard of it.
Hopefully.
But yeah, one of the K-pop groups who covered one of the songs is called Twice, and they were at Lollapalooza. And they played one of the songs live, and they had a whole pre-show where they played little clips of each of the songs and had like a drone light show overhead with like different scenes from the movie.
That's very cool.
It's all on YouTube if anyone's a big fan like me. I've only seen the movie once, but I feel like I need to watch it again.
Nice. Okay, sorry.
Something very less lighthearted is The Wailing, as you might be able to tell from the title. Everything I'm talking about again is horror, because probably everything CJ is talking about is either comedy or action. Is my guess.
You got it.
All right. So yeah, The Wailing. Here's the synopsis. The tagline, first of all, is "Never be tempted." I'm not sure what that has to do with anything. All right. The synopsis is
tagline.
A stranger arrives in a little village, and soon after, a mysterious sickness starts spreading. A policeman is drawn into the incident and is forced to solve the mystery in order to save his daughter.
Okay.
It's very confusing. But yeah, this is it's a supernatural, like, small town Korean film where the main character is a policeman, and he's looking into these like weird outbreaks of sickness where these people who get sick end up like killing their whole family. Very dark.
Classic.
Classic, yeah. And soon his daughter starts to exhibit similar symptoms, and so he hires a shaman to try to come and expel whatever might be getting into her, because again, it's something supernatural potentially. And a strange man has arrived outside of the town, and he's got a lot of interesting things in his little hut that are creepy, and I don't want to say too much more, but this movie has a lot of twists and turns. Everything I've said isn't even necessarily what actually ends up happening or whatever it ends up being. So I'm being very vague, but I will say that this movie is very well put together. Like it's presented like very cleanly. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but it's a high quality movie is what I'm trying to say. I watch a lot of crap, and this is not that. This is not something that's ending up in shit timber. This is a very good movie. Let's see, what does it have on Letterboxd? It's got a 4.0 on Letterboxd.
Ooh, cracked it.
Very high. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 99%.
Dang.
So this is a very good movie. Highly recommend you watch it if you're into that kind of thing. But it is a very long movie, and it's fully subtitled, obviously. So, pick your night to watch it, maybe. But it's like 2.5 hours, maybe even longer, like 2 hours 45 minutes or something.
Okay.
Very long, but good and worth the trip. I really enjoyed it. I think I said last time about some of the horror movies that like you watch it and you're like, oh man, I just feel awful at the end of it. You could make a case for that for this movie too, but at the same time, like it's the journey is interesting and satisfying in that right. However, yes, there are some horrific things that happen that maybe make you not feel that way, but very cool, interesting movie. Lots of different kind of supernatural things taken into account here, and I really liked it. I don't think it would be for you, CJ, because it's one, way too long, and two, way too scary. So not for you. But yeah, I gave it a 9.
Dang.
Out of 10. Really, really, really liked it. Very good movie. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. Highly recommend. Yeah. All right, Sage, what you been watching?
Well, 2 weeks ago, on the last time we did this, I said I would probably go watch Superman or Fantastic Four. And guess what? I went and saw Superman.
Okay.
I liked it. It's fun.
All right. Good. It didn't bother you that he didn't have his papers?
It did not. I welcome aliens in this country.
Okay, me too.
It's directed and written by James Gunn, I believe.
I think that's right, yeah.
Who's now, for those that don't know him, which, what are you, living under a rock?
Come on.
He did the Guardians of the Galaxy, he did Marvel movies, and then switched over to DC, and now he's like co-head of DC Studios. So he's the Kevin Feige of DC now.
Mm-hmm.
And it has given me hope, because in the past, DC movies, I think, have a reputation of not being very good. It feels like they couldn't really get it going as well as Marvel could, but now Marvel's most of theirs suck too, so it's all bad. But
yeah,
but I really enjoyed myself. It was a good time. I've come to really like James Gunn more and more. I like that, like, yeah, you can take these typical, not typical, but action movies like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he sprinkles a lightheartedness and some humor throughout. So it's like, yeah, like they're a superhero and there's these supernatural things going on, but like it can still be a little funny here and there.
Yeah. Also, you want to maybe enjoy what you're watching, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like it doesn't have to be these super serious, like the whole world is riding on us, we have to complete the task, whatever. Yeah.
Right.
It's like it can be funny.
Cool.
Especially like this one, he's got a dog, Crypto. Very fun.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was interesting that this movie's been so politicized that it seems like, okay, this might get cut, but we'll see. This movie's been very politicized because Superman is woke for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Maybe I don't understand that. Having watched the movie, I have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, the joke I was going to make is that, well, right-wingers should enjoy it because they're promoting crypto, and Trump is really a big crypto guy, right? Anyway.
Hey.
Okay. It wasn't as bad as people were probably bracing for. So I am confused about where the DCU is headed, and maybe you'll know. I know that James Gunn also wrote or at least directed some of Peacemaker, and that's back for season 2.
Yeah. Very excited for that.
So that's part of the DCU.
Mm-hmm.
I think Batman 2 is one of the next things up on the docket, but I don't think that's in the same universe, right? So I'm a little confused about where this Superman is going to fit in and what's next in terms of what's in that universe. Do you know?
Yeah. So as far as first of all, I should say I don't really know, except that I believe there is a difference between there's the DCEU, the extended universe, which is like basically most of the stuff that has come before this,
okay.
if not all of it, versus the DCU, which is, like a new...
That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah. Me too.
If I could start fresh with less movies to watch, that's where I'm at.
So far, it looks like we've got Superman. It is listed as the first one, and then next will be Supergirl, Clayface. After that,
Clayface. What is that?
Clayface is he's a character in Harley Quinn, the Max show, voiced by Alan Tudyk, who rules. He's like a clay man, so he can change his shape and be anything he wants, essentially.
Okay.
But he's also his background is he's an actor. He was like an actor before becoming Clayface, so it's very Also, Alan Tudyk in real life went to Juilliard, so it's very fitting that like this. Yeah. I love any.
Well,
Alan Tudyk is
an actor voiced an actor.
Yes,
that's crazy. Yeah.
Alan Tudyk is in Superman. Also, he plays one of the robots, which he's great as a robot. I want all the Alan Tudyk I can get. I love that guy. So yeah. Anyway, that's what's on the docket for the next couple of years. Then something called The Authority that don't think I've ever heard of.
Interesting. Okay, so that is very interesting. It seems like they're not just trying to recreate the big heroes, other than I guess Superman.
Yeah,
because that's been done 50 times and has failed, and I assume is highly likely to fail again, even if James Gunn were to write and direct it and make love to it. I'm sure it wouldn't probably turn out great. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see how and if they're gonna do crossover stuff or what's gonna happen there. But
so far it seems, from what I can tell, it is kind of like a reset.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah. Superman currently got an 83% tomato meter score, nice. 91% popcorn meter. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd, like an 8. I really enjoyed myself. It was fun.
Nice.
I think my Letterboxd review was that it gives me hope for the DCU. That okay, if this is the direction they're going in, I like this. This is good.
Good. Cool. Yeah, you get a talking dog, and what can go wrong? That's good. I mean, Marvel tried it, and that flopped, so I'm glad they at least nailed it in one of these.
Yep.
All right.
What's next for you, Ken?
Okay, so you may have thought that The Wailing was obscure, but I promise you it actually isn't. I guess in the horror community, it's a bigger movie, but it is foreign, so... but both of these are, so, you get what you get with me, but this next one is very obscure. This is maybe the most obscure thing I've ever watched.
That's saying something.
It is. So I have to do a little bit of preamble before I can get to what this actually is. So there is a Japanese director named Koji Shiraishi? Koji Shiraishi? Probably not saying that right. Sorry. But I've actually seen 2 of his movies previously. One was called Noroi the Curse, and the other is called Occult. And they're both more well-known in the horror movie community as pretty good found footage movies, horror found footage movies. And he's probably best known for his like style of that is he'll hide like something really creepy in like one of the like background things, and then they'll go back and look at the tape and be like, holy crap, did you see that? And zoom in on the super, super creepy thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's kind of his shtick, I guess. But so both of those movies are more well known. Again, probably almost everyone listening has never heard of even those, but I've just been kind of a fan of his, and I've seen these other things on his Letterboxd page or IMDb page that all have like in the titles file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4 in the title. And I'm just like, what are these? They're listed as movies. And yeah, he has this, I guess, long running series of movies that are called Senritsu Kaiki File Kawasaki File 1 or File 2. And then it's colon and then like the monster of the week, basically. So what these are a small group of people, fictional people. There's a producer, there's like an assistant, and then there's the cameraman. And the cameraman is Koji Shiraishi. So the real director is the like fictional cameraman. And they each one of these movies are submitted to them is a like a home video where someone captured something creepy. And this crew goes and investigates that creepy thing, which sounds relatively straightforward. But these movies are so weird. The fake director in these movies is like unhinged and like actually kind of funny. It took me watching a couple of these to like kind of get the feel for what they're going for, and I think that's it. But yeah, they're all found footage again, and he very much goes into, oh, there's this one thing. Did you see it? And then we do a full replay. And a lot of the times it was something like very obvious. I'm not saying that these are great by any means, but what's cool is that each one explores a Japanese folklore legend. So the first one is Operation Capture the Slit-Mouthed Woman. And it's basically this woman who has a joker mouth, although you never actually see it in the movie, but they describe it.
I feel like I've heard or seen that in other stuff too.
Yes.
Like it being a folklore thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very popular folklore thing. In fact, actually, Koji Shirashi has a full another separate movie unrelated to this called Carved, which is all about the slit-mouthed woman. So he's just a fan of that one specifically. But each of them goes into a different folklore. So like another thing is a kappa, which I had never heard of, but I guess it's like this aquatic fish monster or whatever. And other ones are ghosts and various other paranormal things. So that's cool in and of itself. But this weird carrying over subplot of this like crazy director guy and the weird paranormal things, like one of the things that carries over between these movies is they find this like, and this is going to sound very strange, but this like clump of hair that is apparently like a cursed item. And anyone who uses it is supposed to die, but instead the director uses it to basically just like hold it in his fist and punch whatever the thing that they're trying to capture that day is. Yeah, it's silly, but
Fun.
It's like it's so random. I don't know. It's very funny. I'm into it. I got our friend of the show Matt's watched 2 of these now, so I'm trying to get other people into it. It is very out there though. They're all on YouTube, and the letterbox reviews for each of these are priceless. I will say that. If you do end up watching them, be sure to check out the letterbox reviews afterwards. Mine are not that good, but others are very, very funny and like point out the best parts of these movies. So yeah, it's called Senritsu Kaiki File, whatever. Just look up I don't know. I'll have to put these in the show notes this time because you're probably not going to know how to spell any of this. But maybe I'll even put the link to the YouTube. There's a YouTube playlist of all of these movies in order. There's like 8 or 9 of them. And they're all very short, by the way. They're only like 70 minutes long each. So
there's 9 of them?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It is. I've only watched 4 or 5 so far, and like very spaced out. But yeah, they're interesting, and they seem to get progressively better. So if you start it out and you watch the first one, it doesn't really have any of the humor stuff in it. So like at least get to 2, and then kind of go from there. They're all varied in quality, but it does seem like they get progressively more scary and more funny as it goes. So it kind of gets it figured out. But yeah, this is definitely the most obscure thing I've ever watched. God, a friend of the show, Alex, actually messaged me the other day, and he's like, "Tell me about these weird Japanese things you've been logging on Letterboxd." And I was like, "I would love to. Let me tell you about it." So yeah, now all of our listeners know.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I like it.
It's good to know weird people are out there making weird stuff, weird, cool stuff.
It's like a weird passion project of this director, this like legitimate horror director. But yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. All right, Siege. What else have you been watching? So you that was I would call Superman an action. So do you have is it next one a comedy?
It's not, but here's what I wanted to do, Ken. This is going to be a choose your own adventure. You get to pick.
Oh, okay. I'm curious.
Based on the titles alone.
Okay.
So your options are The Old Guard 2.
Oh no, not that one.
Dread.
Oh, maybe.
Or Heads of State.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've at least seen the poster for Heads of State and maybe The Old Guard 2, and they seem like just very basic action movies. Dread, is that Judge Dredd?
Yes.
Okay. That's the one I would like you to talk about, please.
Okay. Dread came out in 2012, starring Carl Urban. This was so on my phone on the home screen. If I swipe left or right, it pulls up like kind of like a news feed thing of just the algorithm trying to feed me article stuff.
Okay.
And so a frequent one is like top 10 movies on whatever stream or about to leave streaming, watch them now, or blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of movie recommendations, obviously.
Yeah.
And so I'm action movies at that. So of course I fell for it and I click them and I'm like, yeah, what action movies have I not heard of that are maybe worth checking out? And this was on the list. And I remember like some friends mentioning this, I think, to me years ago, and I never got around to watching it. So it's like a dystopian future where like you can tell it's the future because the tech is like advanced. But it's like apocalyptic in that most of civilization has been wiped out except for these just like mega cities that everyone is like stuck in. And so the city just has these like giant high rises that they jam pack like 1 million people in. And instead of the police, it's the judges. So it's these people that ride around on like motorcycles that basically if the crime is bad enough, they're allowed to kill you on sight. It's like this the world has gotten so bad that this is the result of it.
Okay.
And they're called judges. But they're like these future cop people.
Judge, jury, and executioner.
Exactly. I believe they even say that in the movie, probably.
Okay, cool.
I think they do.
I might have seen this movie, to be totally honest. I can't remember, but the fact that I knew it was Judge Dredd makes me think somewhere in the back of my mind that I might have seen it. But
I think because there's been a couple Judge Dredd movies.
There have.
I think it was also like a DC comic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one in the 90s called Judge Dredd, and this one's just called Dredd.
Okay. Carl Urban.
Yeah, The Boys.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, wow. The original Judge Dredd in the 90s was Sly.
Oh. Nice.
So, without going into the movie, you probably, whatever you're picturing happens, that's probably that. You're probably right. They go to one of these high rises and, he fights people. This is one of those ones where like, what was my review was over the top in a good way? ? Like it's so out of the gate. Like Carl Urban, the entire movie doesn't talk any different than I'm the judge. Like it's a very put on like, you're going down, like very obvious, like me trying to intimidate an action star. That's what he does for the entire movie.
Nice.
It's very gruesome. It's like a hard R with people like dying and bloody violence kind of stuff.
Huh.
But it was pretty entertaining. I came away being like, that was kind of fun. I didn't mind that.
Nice.
I gave it a 3.5 on Letterboxd.
Okay.
It's got a 80% Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter score.
That's not bad at all. That's actually way higher than I would have thought it would be.
It's 72% popcorn meter. Yeah, that like when I went to check it in, like all of the people that I follow that had checked it in are giving it all like 4 or 5 stars. Like people seem to have really loved this, and I just missed it entirely.
Dang, nice. Yeah, maybe I need to revisit it. I'm looking at the cover, and I still can't tell if I've seen this or not. The helmet looks kind of familiar, but I definitely don't remember Carl Urban. But I guess this would have been way before The Boys, so maybe I wouldn't have even known who he was.
He wears the helmet the whole movie. So
okay.
The part of Carl Urban that you're seeing, it is his mouth. That's it. Like the whole movie, so you don't really know it's him.
But there's some other like large or like actors I recognize in here, like Domhnall Gleeson. I didn't know that was his name, but he's a famous British
Gleeson,
actor.
Yeah. We've covered movies he's been in on this show.
Yeah. Did we talk about Time on this show?
Yep. That was the one.
Yeah, that movie's so good.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we've covered about maybe 5% of what I've watched in the past 2 months. So we're going to have to do another one of these, but probably not till November. So check back in then. But I think we got something else next week, and then we're doing Shit-tember. Folks, stick around. We don't know quite yet exactly what movies, except for maybe one of them, which I'm going to push very hard for. And in fact, I'm just going to say it now because we have to do it. Brand new movie on Amazon Prime, apparently filmed during the pandemic, though, is War of the Worlds, starring Ice Cube.
Yeah.
We have to do it.
It looks
so
incredible.
Bad. But also
in that it's all like it's one of those like Zoom movies where everyone's in front of a computer screen and that's how it's being filmed.
Yeah.
At least the snippet that we watched, but yeah.
Yeah. And to tease it, the criteria we've determined is, it needs to be a less than 5% Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter score.
Was that list you sent me all 5% or lower?
It was all 4% or lower. And the vast majority are like 1, 2, or 0%.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have never thought there was that many movies that are hitting like 0%.
It's wild. Now, that list was put together in 2020. I was trying to have ChatGPT pull from that list and put together a spreadsheet for us to go off of. And it pulled the new actual Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter scores, and some of those no longer qualify, so I'm going to have to weed them out.
Oh, okay.
The tomato meter score has gone up. So not all of them are perfect zeros or 1s or 2s anymore, but
okay.
Yeah. It's going to be good. We got a lot to choose from. It's going to be a fun ride. And also we're probably going to hate ourselves for choosing this theme, but oh well.
I think it'll be fun. But yeah, a surprising amount of movies to choose from.
Yeah. It is just 4 movies, right? There's only 4.
Oh, God, I hope so. Yeah, I think so.
It is. Okay. No, yes, okay, a few. October 1st, coming in clutch. Oh, we get 5 Wednesdays, though, in October. Long spooky month.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Well, listeners, that's what's coming up, so stay tuned.
Get ready to hear us bash a lot of shitty movies.
That's right. And CJ, I think next week I'm a little busy, so I might not.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I might take a week off too.
All right, cool.
I need a break.
Cool. So, I mean, check and see if something comes out. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, love you. Bye.
This episode of the Overtalking Podcast was produced by Ken and CJ, edited by CJ. Music by Justin Peters. Be sure to rate and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. See you next week.